Hello everyone, I'm back today with another video. This is going to be a ranked game on my main account against Joseph White. We have played many times in the past. I don't believe we've actually played recently, but we usually split our games pretty consistently, and we're pretty closely matched. And I don't believe that I have a video against this player on my YouTube channel, so I think this will be a nice game to record. This is a setup that I've been using in ranked games. It's not necessarily the best setup, but it's kind of fun to play with. So that's why I use it, just because it's fun to play with. I like these double bombs here. I have a lot of people that'll run into those bombs. But I am 830 ELO right now. I will be like 845 if I end up winning this game. So we'll go ahead and see how this goes. Waiting for him to move, of course. I guess I can talk about the setup. I like this double bomb here. I get a lot of people that run into it, and what I do to open up is I open up on this right side here. And I usually play mostly defense over here, but I'll usually blitz pretty hard on this right side here, so we'll see. Alright, so he's going to open up with a captain. I'm going to advance on it with my colonel. Alright, so I'll just trade that off, and I'm thinking he probably might have a defense for that captain. I could have two-squared that captain, but, okay, so colonel. So I could have taken it with my colonel, but I was thinking that that captain probably had some sort of defense ready. Alright, so I guess I just have to retreat. I don't want to trade because that's my unknown colonel. Okay, I'm going to advance with this lieutenant here. Reason being is we traded off captains, so he probably won't have another captain immediately available here. Okay, he's going to scout that. So I did get him to use a scout on a pretty worthless piece, but that's fine. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that, that's fine. Let's see what he does here. I'm going to scout that. It's probably a captain, but I didn't want to take a risk and hit it. Okay, so it is a captain. That's fine. Alright, so I'll go ahead and advance in the center. There's not much happening so far. I guess I'll scout that. Sergeant. Okay, whatever. Boy, he's taken quite a while to move for most of these moves here. I don't know what's the issue with that is. Maybe his internet is acting up. Okay, so he had a sergeant here, so this could be a scout, or it might be another captain. Okay, so it's just a scout, so that's fine. I guess I'm going to hit it with my lieutenant in an effort to save the captain. If that's a captain, that'll be unfortunate, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so it's a major, so that's good. So let's retreat here. Let's see if he follows me. That's kind of... okay, that was a bit of a risk doing that, because he could get a free captain, but I didn't think that he would... I didn't think that he would be so risky. Alright, so let's bluff him with this major. Alright, let's move in between there and see what he does. Alright, I'll just scout that. It's a scout. Okay, so nothing important. Surprised he moved next to that major, actually, because he didn't know that. But I know his major and his colonel here. Alright, let's see if I can find any info with this sergeant. Whatever. Okay, general. So that might have been the spy, and maybe that was the general. Reason being that he preferred to save this piece. Because either that would be the marshal or the spy, if he considers the general to be more valuable. Alright, I guess I'm going to 2-square with this major. I don't want my general to be discovered. Let's go ahead and scout that. It's a lieutenant, okay. That's good. Alright, so I'm going to bring this scout out now. We have lieutenant, major, and general here. Yeah, so lieutenant, major, and general. I'm trying to figure out what to do here. This is the spy. These two have both moved. This is probably the spy. Again, these two have both moved. I guess what I could do is trade general or colonels and then maybe run up with my major. Okay, I'm going to do that and just see what he does. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to move this sergeant up now. That's the general here. And that's the major. Okay. I'm going to advance on that and see what he does. But I know lieutenant. Okay, so that's just going to be a scout. Lieutenant, general, major, probably spy. But we don't know that for sure yet. This is the major now. Okay, I'm going to come up with... Nah, that's my last scout. I don't want to come up with that yet. Okay, this is the suspected spy. Right here. I'm going to try to advance with my colonel on this side. That's probably a scout because he had a captain here and this scout came from here. Okay, I'm going to pressure this and see what he does. Nothing from him yet, okay. Okay, well, when he moves up again, I'm going to have this sergeant escape and go over here. Yeah, so I figured he would scout that, but I'm fine with that. So, that's cool. We got general, lieutenant, major, probably spy, moved, colonel. And that's moved, of course. I don't know any other pieces. Okay, so that's moved now. I'm kind of leaving this general out in the open, but I don't think that he's going to scout it. If he does, then that's fine, because I already know his general, and I have the info advantage then with his colonel. He knows mine, but that's okay. Okay, so this is the major. That's the probably spy. Two unknown pieces here. Major is moving here now. Again, that's probably the spy. Major here, probably spy, two moved pieces, and the colonel. Okay, so he's not going to let me scout that spy easily. I'm going to move up and see what he does. He'll probably attack it because he knows both of these have run away. Okay, so we got a captain there. I'm going to pressure this. I I'd suppose that could be the marshal, but I think it's also unlikely. I know this is the major. I'm gonna hit this. I think that could be the marshal, and if not, then whatever. But okay, so it is the marshal. Okay, so he had general and marshal right beside each other. That's a good play. But now that pretty much clues me into his spy over here, I'm thinking. But now I have pretty much complete info on him for the price of being down a colonel and a lieutenant and up a captain. So I know his marshal, I know his colonel, I know his major, I know his general, lieutenant. I guess he's saying now that this is the spy, but I'm not entirely sure about that. I'm not sure what to think about this piece. I'm not sure if it's a major or if it's just maybe like a lieutenant. I suppose it could be a major, and in that case it might be worthwhile to bring the general over and to try to trap it. Alright, so we have the major moving over here, and now the marshal's making its way. This piece I don't know, but I don't think it's anything good. Hopefully it's a major. That's a shame, it's just a sergeant. Well, what I can do is maybe kind of run into some of these pieces here. I think that's going to be my best shot right now, is probably just to hit this piece. I don't think it would be a bomb, but we'll see. I don't really like revealing my general just for that. This is the major. Okay, so trying to figure out what I should hit here. I'm pretty sure that I want a lotto, because it's probably not a bomb, and I also kind of need something, because I don't have much of an info advantage anymore, because I gave up my general for such a useless piece. That's the major, I know that, so I need to bring this up, so that he doesn't attack into all these pieces with his own major. Okay, I'm just going to leave that there. I really don't know what to do here. I feel like there's probably a colonel somewhere over here, because this is his weak side. I'm thinking there's probably a colonel. More and more I think about it, the more I think this could be a bomb, but I don't think this is a bomb. Lieutenant, okay. I'm going to lotto this piece right here as well, because I don't think it's a bomb. But before I do that, I am going to move the colonel over, because one of these two is the spy. Unless that's the spy, but I don't know how likely that is, but I'm going to hit this. Major. Okay, so that's good to get that back. That's very good. I feel a lot better about this now. Okay, so now he's kind of encouraging me to lotto this piece, so I'm kind of thankful that I didn't do that. But I know his marshal, colonel, don't know that piece, lieutenant, general. But he's kind of encouraging me to lotto this, so I'm thankful that I didn't do that. But I guess we'll trade that off, because that's the best that I can do here now. Alright, so now he's going to stop me. I kind of feel like I want to lotto some more, because I'm not sure when I'm going to get this opportunity more. But I also feel like there's probably a bunch of bombs over here, so I don't think I want to do that. But I am up a major, captain, and a sergeant for being down a colonel and some scouts, and I know his marshal. I want to find out his second colonel, though. I'm not sure how I feel about lottoing there. I think it was probably necessary, especially because I got a lieutenant, which I was down, and an extra major out of it. And I think it was probably necessary in that situation to go ahead and lotto. Okay, this minor has moved, so I'm going to... Wow, so that's a... Well, no, I guess that's a run away from his colonel before. But he really can't afford to give up that colonel, or else I'm up by a significant margin. But I am going to go ahead and bring this colonel back. I know his lieutenant and his marshal. and some probably not very good piece right here. I don't think that's the colonel. No, I think his colonel's probably somewhere over here in the third row, and he didn't want to trade it. I know that's the lieutenant, so let's see what he does. Okay, well, he's gonna hit that. I'm not sure if he already knew what that piece was, but I'm gonna move there. I'm gonna try to bluff this as my spy. Worst case scenario, he moves in between the two, and then I just have to call that. I'm not so sure how good I feel about this colonel right here, though. Yeah, okay. I don't believe this is the colonel. That would be a pretty crazy place for a colonel. It's probably an insignificant piece. Trying to... Yeah, so he's gonna 2-square me there. Okay. I'm gonna move this over. Okay, yeah, so that was an insignificant piece. I'm gonna try to force his colonel back. I hope he doesn't take that lieutenant. Okay, that's good. Let's keep forcing it back here. My strategy here is to get these pieces out, so that I can not lose these here, and try to bluff this as the spy. The only thing I really need to do is to find that second colonel. If I do that, I'll feel a lot more comfortable. Okay. Let me hit that. What is that? Okay, it's a minor, so I'm very happy that I hit that. And as it seems, I'll be up another piece now. I didn't think that was anything good. I didn't think that was the colonel. I pointed that out as probably an insignificant piece earlier. But now, the only move piece he has is that marshal. And I'm pretty glad I didn't lotto into this piece, because it's looking more and more like it was probably a bomb. Alright, so... I don't think that piece is the colonel. So I'm probably making a mistake by moving too many pieces here. Yeah, I probably have too many move pieces, but it might be more useful to really evacuate this major here. I don't really know. Okay, so that could be the second colonel. I think that's a bit more believable spot for it. Let's see what he does here. I don't think that's anything good. It's probably like a captain. I'm willing to give up this lieutenant to find out this piece. Okay, so that's a major. So that's good to know. That's good to know for sure. Okay, so we're going to trade that off. That's fine. I'm okay giving up a lieutenant for that, because I'm still up 4 pieces, and I got his last major. When he advances on this, I'm going to move that over. Okay, I'm just going to leave that there. Alright, so that's fine. Let's see what he does here. I'm still up 3 pieces to his 1 colonel. The best thing he can do with that lieutenant is lotto the spy, and then force me to trade. The best thing for him. What I would prefer him to do is probably lotto that bomb. I'm gonna advance on that. I don't think that's the colonel. I'm thinking this might be the flag. I'm gonna see if I can try to bring this a miner up or something. Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna definitely take that. He could have scouted the marshal, although I'm pretty sure he already knows the marshal, actually. But I am gonna take that. Again, I won't like it very much if he lottos that spy, although I could certainly understand why he might do that. Especially considering the general was here and the colonel was here, if he remembers that. But he's going to not do that for now. So I'm going to keep moving this miner up. I think the colonel's probably... I'm not really sure where it is. It might be somewhere back here. I don't really know, though. This is the piece that ran away from my captain. This is probably not something that can take out a miner unless we trade, probably a bomb. Okay, or trade miners, which I'm good with because that's a known miner for his unknown miner. I'm going to bring this captain up now. I think that could be the colonel, so I'm going to believe that. And then let's come in with this captain here. See if we can put more pressure. Okay, so he's gonna cut us off there. Okay, I'm gonna bring this lieutenant out. I know this is his lieutenant. That's probably the colonel. This is something that I don't know what it is, but I don't think it's very good. Again, that's his marshal. I guess I'm kind of forced to do that. I don't want to run back here because then he'll probably take out both of these here. I don't think he'll believe that this is the marshal over here. Okay, we'll keep going back down. Okay, and then he's going to put that all the way back there. Okay. That is the lieutenant. So... I think I'm going to move the marshal this way, because I'm pretty sure that's the colonel. It doesn't make sense to be anywhere over here, because I'd lottoed all these with my general, or lottoed next to him, and he didn't trade, meaning, like, he wanted me to lotto more. I don't think that's the... I guess that could be the colonel, but I don't know. It's a slightly more logical position for the colonel. But I kind of am forced to retreat, and if he wants to take that captain, then I guess he can, but he'll be forced to reveal that for it. And if he does go ahead and take that captain, I'm going to swing around with the major and my captain and skewer these pieces, or just... Okay, so let's do that. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to retreat for now. I know that's moved. I'm not sure which one is the colonel. This is a more logical position for it. And I'm inclined to think this is probably more likely to be the colonel, but I don't really know. I think this might be the spy. No, that's the lieutenant. I know that piece. This could be the spy. No, well, I don't know. I really don't know which piece is which. I really have no idea. I'm just speculating. His general stationed here. It spawned right here, and it's stationed here. That's probably nothing good right here. Interesting, so he's evacuating all these pieces here. I mean, that's probably a scout coming to scout my marshal, but it's so obvious that's the marshal that it doesn't really matter. Okay, that's probably the colonel, or what he's acting like is the colonel, at least. Okay, I'm gonna keep evading, because I'm not sure which one is which, really. Okay, I'm gonna hit that. Alright, so yeah. I think it was too illogical for that to be the colonel, if he was going to evade like that. But, I'm gonna go ahead and bring up this lieutenant. That, I'm not sure what that is, but I don't know. I'm gonna come on this side with my lieutenant. Alright, so we're gonna trade that off. I know this is the last lieutenant of his here, so if we keep trading, I'm fine with that. So I'm gonna come up with this sergeant. Yeah, and he's gonna have to... Let's see here. I like taking that lieutenant right now. I like taking that lieutenant because it transfers being up a major to being up a lieutenant. So I'm gonna take that, because I know this lieutenant. It basically is like a trade for me. It's trading being up the major for being up the lieutenant. So, that's fine. Now, he could take my captain, which it appears he's going to do, which isn't great. While he's occupied doing that, I'm going to want to swing around with this sergeant here. Actually, let's come and try to force at least a trade here. His colonel will be pretty severely out of play. Okay, so I'll keep that there. And then I'm going to move up with this lieutenant. Okay. Okay, and then let's keep advancing with this here. I know this has moved. I don't know of any others that have moved, actually. I don't remember. I know that's moved. I guess these haven't moved. Okay, so he's going to scout that, but that is such an obvious one at this point that it doesn't really matter. Okay, well, I will trade with you, gladly. He doesn't know which one's the lieutenant, so that's the good news. He also just used his last scout. Yeah, he's going to try to find out the identity of this piece with his spy. Okay. Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna take it. Oh, that's a sergeant. I thought that was a spy. Excellent. That's amazing. That's awesome. He can have that spy if he wants. I don't really care. But I have a very clear advantage now at this point. He could lotto some of that advantage back. But I like my chances a lot more now. A lot more. If he trades that last sergeant off, wow, why would he do that? He needs to attack on the side. That was a bad choice. Now I can just run up with my miners, and I don't think he can do anything to stop it. That was not a good choice to trade sergeants there. He needs to probably trade over here, because he knows this is a sergeant, for a fact. But he doesn't know that this is a sergeant. So he needs to probably go after this one. But I'm pretty sure this is going to be a 1 game at this point. He's got his spy. I'm guessing that's probably the spy. But he's got his spy, he's got 3 miners, and he has a colonel. I have a sergeant, lieutenant. Him losing his sergeant to my lieutenant. I can't believe he did that. I thought for sure that that was his spy. And then we're going to do 3 square over here. More of my miners are accessible on this side, so I feel a lot better about this side not having a sergeant or lieutenant to help it out. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and get as many miners up here. Let's see. Okay, I guess I'll go for the corner. And we're going to trade. Okay. So my miner might be in a slightly suboptimal position, but that's okay. Let's come up here through the center and force another trade. Okay. I'm going to go after what is probably his spy. Okay, so he has an open flag, so I guess I will do that. Interesting. Okay. While he's doing that, I'm going to get my last miner into play while he does that. Or not my last miner, but my 4th miner into play. Let's go ahead and do that just to be safe there. And I don't care if we trade miners here, that's fine. I just want to get this miner into play. Okay. So that's probably his flag, and I probably could have just won, but I want to play it the safest way possible, which is to get this miner up here now. And then there's no way that he's going to win this now, because he's got me threatening him here. All I have to do is come up with my final miner, and swing around the other side, trade those miners off, and then trap his spy, and then my miner goes to his flag, because he can't stop it with just his colonel. I'm pretty sure this is the spy. Actually, yeah, it's definitely the spy. That makes sense for a logical spy position. Okay, so he's going to let me through. So probably the last miner is somewhere over here, so let's go ahead and just run all the way through here and force a trade. Yep, so there's that is. Okay, so this is my final miner. So we'll go ahead and run over here. I guess that's probably his flag, or this, I don't know. One of those two, probably. Okay, I'll take that. All I have to do is just trap the spy now, and his colonel will be forced to, okay, so let's do that. He'll be forced to move down, and then we can just trap the spy, and then we win. Alright, so yeah, I figured out what he's doing here, but if I put that there, that spy's gonna die eventually. When he moves it up, it's gonna die, and then I win. Okay. He's just stalling it at this point. Oh, I see what he's doing. Okay. It's respectable. Alright, so let's go ahead and... I might have to take my chances here. Not really sure. He's going to keep doing this alternating thing here. Okay. That is a good play by him. I might be forced to take my chances and go for his flag. I mean, we've got 1 flag and 3 bombs. I don't know which one would be his flag. It's probably one of these two. Yes, I did narrowly miss 2 bombs, that's correct. I was lucky. There was a bomb here and a bomb here that I took out. Okay, I gotta keep this miner alive. I'm wondering if I should run the miner somewhere else. Let's try to do that first. Okay, let's go ahead and follow him over here. Then I'm going to move this back. Alright, let's come up with this lieutenant. Okay, let's do that. I don't think he's going to be able to stop me taking the spy at this point. Because where can he go? I'm not sure. He can't move the spy anywhere, he can only move the colonel. Because if he moves the spy anywhere, if he moves it up, then I just move the sergeant over. And then I'm going to be able to take it. So yeah, I think I got this here. If I move over, then he can't stop it. And it's going to die. He can only move it back, which I would take. Yeah, so I'll take that. He'll move between us, but that's okay because I'll move the miner over. There we go. And then this is the same situation now. Alright, so let's go ahead and head to the flag. Alright, we'll go down here. Alright, so we'll just go to the back row. Okay, obviously I'm going to retreat with this because I don't want to have any issues. Okay, well, I'll just do that, and let's keep going. He's just going to run into the bomb. Nope, not yet. Okay, he's going to go around that side there. Okay. And that's going to be the end of the game there. Well, so that was a very good game. I got the win in the end. It was a very close game. He's right that my lotto with the general, if I didn't do that, I was going to lose, but I'm not sure if lottoing was necessarily the best thing to do in that situation, considering he had high bombs there too. But I was kind of not very happy about exposing my general for just a sergeant. And I was down a colonel and also lieutenant, and I was thinking that I probably needed some more material, and I got a lieutenant and a major from that lotto. And I think it was a pretty calculated lotto, and I didn't hit that bomb, which I was about to hit. So, very, very happy with that win. You can argue maybe it was a little bit lucky because of the lotto, but it was really just a calculated lotto on my part, and it ended up pretty much being the difference in this game. But good game, Joseph White.